this video, I'm going to show you how Gamma uses AI to level up your presentation. Gamma is a tool similar to PowerPoint, only it uses a lot of AI to help you create or reimagine your presentation. So you can go from ordinary presentations to more cranked up presentations, more engaging and interactive. Let's see, create new from AI. And as you can see here, there's paste in text, generate, and import file. Let's see what happens when we create one that we just use a one-line prompt. And you can see here, it's presentations, web pages, documents, and social media posts you can create. So let's describe what we want to make. A presentation about starting a new business in 30 days. So let's see what comes up. First, it creates an outline for you. You can see here, it's populating the separate sections that are involved. And then from there, you can look through the outline. And from here, you can actually edit whatever you want. If you like the way it comes out, you can leave it the way it is. But if you don't like the language, roadmap for rapid business creation, maybe you don't, that doesn't sound engaging to you, so you change it to something else. So you go through here, you do all your edits. Maybe you don't want to talk about financial foundations or operations. You just want to get to the marketing, sales, and launch. You can do that. Remove cards, edit cards, whatever you want. And you can add cards. Now, there's a limit for free accounts how many cards you can actually create. But for paid, you can create as many as you'd like. And there's also a limit for credits for the AI part of it. Down here, this is the themes. You can choose these different themes, which are really just the colors and the fonts for the presentation. You can view more if you don't. I'm going to just choose a nice neutral one like this, finesse. And then I'm going to go down to content. You can make brief content, medium, detailed to show up on the card. And then AI images, you can use stock photos, you can use web images. They give you a lot of options here. I'm going to leave it as AI images. You can describe your font if you want, let's say neutral colors here. And then we're going to generate. It starts to put the whole thing together for you. And it's great because once you start to use this on a regular basis, mine is starting to know what I'm going to tweak and how I add and change. And I change less and less. Every time I make a presentation, I'm changing less of the, because it's reading just like the rest of Chat GPT and the rest. It follows what I'm doing and it's starting to model what I feed it. So now it's kind of going through making all the slides. As you can see, don't close this tab while generation's in process. We sit, we let it generate the slides. Now you can use this for so many reasons. You can use it as presentations. If you're making presentations at work or your business, you can use it. Say you have a coaching program and you want to have pre-recorded videos. You may use these presentations for that as well. So it's finished. We can go through the slides and look at the content that's come up, see what they have in the captions. Maybe this is not something you'd say. Maybe you'd want this not on the card, but over in notes. And you could just go over a cut and open the notes and add it over here. One way that I use these presentations is I have my own speaker notes. I create the presentation and then I add my speaker notes. But if you don't have any, you can absolutely generate some as well. You see, I just pulled these from over here. But if you want AI to generate some, it'll create notes for you as well. And then you can just go through those, tweak them to your tone, your language. You can also adjust the images. If you don't like the images, you can come over here, check out the prompts they have, and make adjustments to what you like. Do you want a different person? Do you want a different background? Papers. Maybe you want it to be people sitting. Maybe you don't want a person at all. You might just want some images of flowers or whatever. You can absolutely change the prompt or even enhance it over here. And they've got styles. It can be custom. It can be none theme, photography, analog, where it looks either realistic or kind of like this anime style, artistic. You have these choices. I tend to keep my presentations looking, realistic. So I don't do a lot of the adjustments, but it's really up to you. You can do that. Make the adjustments over here. It adds all the images, and you can go through your presentation, making all that, changing all the images, changing the language. Each presentation, you can change if there's things you don't like or you don't want. Or maybe you actually have your own content and you just wanted it to create the slides. Half of my presentations I create from an outline. They create the slides, and then over here, I've got my content, I just load it here. And this is the presentation. When it's time to share, you can share it this way. You can share it with members, you can collaborate, send it by email to people, export. This is usually what I do because I do prefer PowerPoint. And while I'm starting to do a lot here, I still export it to PowerPoint because I'm usually using Teams to present. But if you want to show it from here, you can absolutely publish to a site. You can export as images, export as a PDF. As you can see here as well, you can even post it directly to LinkedIn. But from here, you can present, and it offers you full screen, presenter view, and having other people share so they can have a follow link. But I usually prefer to export. Over here, you can see if there's changes you want to make, you can undo. Or a simpler method is just change the version history and go back and make your changes to whatever you want. But it is a good thing to have undo, as with everything else we do. If we just want to make quick changes, the logo, fonts, colors, you can do that. You can add that, change yours, add your logos into your slide deck, change the themes to whatever you want. And as you can see, that's dark, light, professional, colorful. All of that is found here, either in this drop down, but it is a great tool for using and creating these amazing slide decks. But of course, that goes without saying that sure, it's going to be a nice slide deck for you, but what else can we do? Over here, you can change the card template. You can change your layouts, basic block. You can add images here. You can even add videos and media inside of a slide. It's just like you do with PowerPoint and I think Canva. And these are some options. Maybe you've got a YouTube video that's an instructional video you want to add to your presentation. You can add it there or embed your own videos and other options. Zoom recordings, you can add those as well, TikTok, Vimeo. But one of the easier things to do is charts and diagrams, which you probably have used often in PowerPoint. This is fun and can be very helpful. Button, Airtable. You can add your scheduler in here, but the magic comes with Typeform and Google Form. You can add your form, a link to your form, whether it be Google Form or Typeform or any of these other things. When you can add a form in here, you can have it where you absolutely can see the person's presentation can see. I want to show you what that looks like. I've got a presentation where I have a form. It's a retreat form, but they have an application embedded. And this makes it so much easier when you're having a presentation, or suppose you have this recorded and the person gets to watch it on their own. They can go here and they will see that the form is embedded so they can click on it, but they can also see a preview of what the form actually looks at here before they click on it. So, sometimes people, they're kind of weary of just clicking, well, is this a form? Is this a booking scheduler? They will see a preview of what it is right here. So level up your presentations, your trainings, whatever you create using.
If you found this video helpful, please consider like and subscribing for more channels content like this.